Hello friends, welcome to bsptrainings.com. My name is Sumit and this is my another video series in Salesforce, and in this video I will be going to tell you how to build custom objects using Force.com IDE. So first of all, let's understand what is Force.com IDE and what's the use of Force.com IDE. Then we'll look at an example that how can we use Force.com IDE to build a custom object in our Salesforce application. So Force.com IDE is a client application. It's a powerful client application which can be used for creating, modifying and deploying Force.com application. So by using Force.com IDE, we can create an application, we can modify the existing application, and we can deploy the application from one. We can deploy the one application from one environment to another environment. It is based on the Eclipse platform. So to work on Force.com IDE, we need to set up Eclipse on our system and build on tooling APIs. The Force.com API IDE provides a comfortable environment for programmers familiar with integrated development environment. And by using this, the programmers, they can write codes, they can write big codes for compiling, testing, packaging, and deploying all forms within the IDE. So Force.com IDE is open source, so it is freely available. You can download it and install or configure within your Eclipse environment, and then we can use it. So let's take an example that how we are going to use this Force.com IDE to build a custom object in our existing environment. So for this, first of all, that's my Salesforce environment, and where I have got a talent management application. I have already configured this talent management application. I have already developed this talent management application. And by using this Force.com IDE platform, I would like to add a new custom object within this within this application, under this application. So for doing this, I have already downloaded and installed Eclipse. And once you download and install Eclipse, just open the Eclipse, load your Eclipse, click on OK, the workspace. So first you need to do is you need to click on help and make sure that Force.com IDE is installed. If it is not enabled, if it is not installed, you can click on install new software, and here you can type Force.com IDE, Force.com IDE, and it will automatically download. It will automatically search for the Force.com IDE URL, and from that URL it shows Force.com IDE and IDE debugger. And in this Force.com IDE, as you can see here, it shows that all items are installed successfully because I have already configured Force.com IDE on my system within this Eclipse. If you want to configure it, you simply check this and click on next. But because it is already configured, so it will not allow me to go next. But let's suppose if I say Force.com IDE debugger, I would be able to move on to next step. So in my case, I have already configured this. And once Force.com IDE is installed and configured, the next step is we need to create a new project. So as soon as I click on File, New, I would be able to see that a new Force, I would be able to create Force.com project or an new letterhead, workflows, Apex triggers, and so on. So here I select, I'm going to create a new Force.com project, and I'll give a new name here, BASP SFTC project. We need to provide username, so I give my username basp@basp.com. Password, I provide password at security token is required, so I need to reset my security token for my. So to reset security token, I click on my name in my environment, my settings, personal, reset my security token, click on reset security token, and the security token has been sent on my mail ID. So I'll just get the security token from there. So I received the security token. That's my token, security token. So I copy this security token and paste over there. So I copy this from here and paste here. So that's the security token. And once I'm done with that, I click on next. So it will be connecting by using the credentials, and it will fetch the organization details. It may take time to fetch the details because it will connect. It will take some time to connect with the environment, and once it is connected, it will load the next screen. So the connection established successful. You can see a new next screen has been loaded, and it says choose initial project components. So in initial components, would you like to add only the Apex and Visual Force classes which are not available here, or you would like to select metadata components by yourself? So I want to select metadata components for myself, and I click on choose. So it will fetch the component metadata, and then I can select the components as required. So it will load the packages, and it says they are not supported. So I click on OK. And as you can see here, the applications are loaded: app launcher, sales application, talent management application. If you want to load it, I can add it. I can select, because I'm interested only with talent management. If you want to load all the complete one, you can simply select you can simply select all applications here. Then we have app menus. So these are app menus. Then assignment rules. Any assignment rules have been defined. So you can look at the approval process. We have defined the job application approval process we have defined. So we can add it and configure from here. Similar, we have classes. So these are the classes which I have configured in this application, in my current application components. If any component has been added, so I have added one component, that's a logo component. So my means to say is, by using this package explorer, by using this Force.com IDE, we can control the complete application. We can control our full application. Even we can control our workflows as well. So you see, we have an option for workflows, and these are the workflows which we have created. So the workflows can also be controlled from your sites. And as controls roles, the roles we have defined, so we can manage the roles, we can manage the profiles. So everything can be managed from here itself. And once I'm done with this, so either we can click on next, or we can get back. I cancel it, or we can go for Apex and Visual Force classes. So these are the Apex and Visual Force classes which we have configured, and click on finish. So it will create a project, and it will load all the Apex and Visual Force classes into current project. So once the project gets loaded, you can see the project has been successfully loaded, named as BISP SFDC project. And now I can expand this project, and under SRC, I have a component, logo component, pages, and static resources, and triggers, and so on. So my requirement is, I would like to create a new component, new object. So for that, I right click on SRC, right click new, and here we have an object option, custom object. So I quickly click on custom object, and under this project label, so I'll write BISP force com object, and name plural label, and click on finish. So it will create a new object, name as Force Com object, and that's the name. If you want to customize it, we can set the label's name, sharing is read write, and so on. Then I would like to run it. I would like to deploy it on our application, in our environment. So first of all, I'll save it because it's already saved. So now finally I need to make change into the application. So let me show you before that this has not yet updated. Now the object has not yet created. So I click on setup, then click on objects, create objects, and you can see this object is not available here right now. So finally I'm going to deploy this on a solution on the website. So I right click on the solution, right click on BSP SFDC project and force.com and save to server. So first of all I click on work online because right now we'll be working offline. So right, work online, and then I'll say save to server. So it will deploy the changes to server, synchronizing, checking against server, and anything which has been updated right now, this will be deployed to the server. It will be get updated. It will update the server. So it will take some time because it will perform the synchronization against server. So it will take some time. So I'm getting a message. Save to server will override selected associated components on the server. So yes, I click on yes, and finally it will be deploying the component or the objects which we have added just now, or any updations will be done on components or any new object which has been added just now. It will get uploaded on the server. So finally the deployment will be going to take place, and once this operation will be gets completed, we will get the object gets deployed or gets created on our application in the current environment. So you can see the changes has been done. Let's go and check whether the changes has been get updated in our application or not. So for this I'll switch to CRM and then I'll refresh the custom object. So the application is refreshing, and let's wait. So finally you see we have got the new object created here named as BISP Force Com object. Obviously because it's a custom object and it has not built by using the standard way of creating an object, so definitely we need to click on tabs to add this object, to create a tab for this object. So I click on tabs, new, and I'm going to create a new tab for that particular object. So select that object, select the style, look and feel, hot air balloon, next, and look set for the profiles, and this would be available only within talent management, and save it. So bingo, we got this BISPforce.com object here, and now when I click on this I would be able to create records here, and you see custom object label name because we didn't modify the custom object label name. And if I open this BISPforce.com object, we have an option here to create a custom object label name. So from here you can change the label. I didn't updated it, but if you want you can set the label, you can change the label here. And once you're done with that, you would be able to see the modifications here. So any modifications you are doing here, you need to save it and again deploy to the server. So again you need to click on save to server or deploy onto the server. And if I create name, let's say ABC, and save it, so I would be able to save record here, and you see the ID has been assigned successfully. It means it's working perfectly fine. So one part of the video. In my next video I will be going to demonstrate you how to create fields under this object, because right now in this custom object we have got only one standard field. We don't have any custom fields right now under this within this object. So in my next video I will be going to tell you how to add custom fields within this object. So that's all in this video. If you have any queries, you can write to us on www.bsptrainings.com. You can subscribe our YouTube channel for more videos on Salesforce. Keep watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.